Hi, and welcome back to a new video. Um, I'm going to be playing through the entirety of Resident Evil. I love that. I miss that Capcom thing. I'm going to be playing through the entirety of Resident Evil. Um, for today, it's one of the 2 days that the events of the game take place on. The game starts on July the 24th and then ends on July the 25th. The reason I'm doing it on the 25th, though, is that tomorrow, July the 26th, is my 1 year anniversary for uploading content to the channel. So I have a video going up tomorrow. I don't usually upload on Saturdays, but I'm making the exception for this. So I figured I would do like a 2-part special. The first part being playing through Resident Evil on the day that Resident Evil takes place. I didn't want to do that. Playing it on the PS5, so the controls are kind of different. Why is this not like whatever? So like I was saying, so I chose to do it on the 25th because it's the eve of my 1 year anniversary. I'm probably going to play with Jill just because this is going to be, like I said, sitting down and playing through it in one go. If I end up dying or something, I plan on just loading the game and doing it all over. I'm not going to cut anything out. Don't know how long the video is going to be. But the whole point is just that, like, you know, it's meant to be one and go, one and done. So I figured that like Jill would probably be the easiest one to do that with because she's got more inventory space. If anybody wants me to play through the game again with Chris, I don't have a problem doing that. Just for now, I just want to do it with Jill. So we're going to get started. I've been wanting to do a playthrough of Resident Evil since pretty much the start of my channel. So this is also one of those things that it's kind of like, that's also another reason why this is kind of special. Keep an eye out. Wario's also out here looking for Bravo team. You don't want to crash into him. It's kind of cloudy.
Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports.
You gotta like, you know, I don't. So I've heard people say that they really hate the intro to this game because they don't like, you know, live action cutscenes and stuff. But I absolutely love this opening. I might be kind of, you know, might be the only one who feels this way, but I would really love it if like Capcom did like a Resident Evil game where all the cutscenes were live action, you know. I don't know, I just think it'd be cool if they did like a game like that where they went back and kind of did like not really like the best graphics you could get. I mean, they pretty much already tried to make the in-game characters look like real people, but like I just think it'd be really cool if they actually like did the live action cutscenes, because I think that would be really fun. It's not like super cutting edge or anything like it used to be in the 90s, but it would just be really fun if they went back, did that, used some practical effects and stuff again. Made it feel like a real real horror movie again, because this one feels like a independent horror movie, kind of like the first Evil Dead and the second one. I think the first and the second one are technically independent. I know the first one is definitely independent. I think the second one is also. Let me move over a little bit. Because if there's going to be this black bar here, I might as well be out of the way.
Jill, run for that house!
Run, Jill, run! There's something wrong with this house. Anyone who ever has had dogs know that that's how they get when they don't get their treats. So you see how they added that over like that? So the reason they added that over, funnily enough, you know how it was in the 90s and still, so in the actual original recording of this, like Chris Redfield like lights a cigarette and smokes it, and so they couldn't show that for some reason. I think that was about the time when they were starting to get like anti-smoking kind of stuff.
Resident Evil.
But like it's a horror game, and it also explains why he has like the Zippo lighter, because he's like a smoker. What? What is this?
Wow. What a mansion.
I love this like dialogue.
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
It all, like I said, it all just adds to the feeling of like a horror movie, for like an 80s, like 70s or 80s like independent horror film.
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill.
Can you go? I'm going to. He's my partner.
You know.
Okay, let me handle this.
So something I don't think that they ever explained, probably because they didn't have it like actually, at this point in the game, they didn't have like, you know, years of Resident Evil lore to fall back on, but like Barry Burton and Chris Redfield were both in the Air Force together. So that's why he's like, he's our old partner, which, you know, at this point could just be because they're police officers. All right, let me figure out how to bring up. Okay, that's so bottom right touch screen. Let's just put on here to see how they have it set. Okay. All right, R1X. I don't think any of the other triggers do anything. So I'm going to unselect that. I always play with the D-pad on these games because it just makes more sense to me with tank controls, because if you push up, it's always forward, down is always back, left is left, right is right. Never have to worry about the camera changing and it messing with it because it's always the same. Hope this isn't Chris's blood. So one of the things that like I think is really interesting about the original Resident Evil that I don't think I hear a lot of people talk about is that, yes, this isn't the original survivor horror game, but one of the things that isn't really mentioned is that this is kind of like a murder mystery game too, if you think about it. Well, hey buddy, what you doing? Hey man, I didn't mean to get in the way of you and your Jack Link's beef jerky, so I'm out of here. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of like a murder mystery if you think about it, because it's like nobody knows anything about Umbrella or anything at this point. Like, take yourself back to like 1997 or 1998 when the game came out. No one knows anything about Umbrella. Nobody knows anything about what's going on in this mansion. So it's literally like a mystery game, and everything's being like slowly but surely like unveiled. I think that's really cool. And I think that's something that like I said, I don't quite ever hear a lot of people chatting about that. All right, come on, Barry. I don't know what ending I'm going to go for. We'll just play it by ear. Wesker!
Help me look for him, Jill. And
You got
leave
it.
this hall for the time being.
So you could like go up the stairs, wait for it to load and come back, or you can just walk around back here and like that's it. A lot faster to do it that way.
Find anything, Jill?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What is this all about? I can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is
Here it
gigantic.
comes. Here it
We
comes.
could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
You know, it would be really funny if, like,
Maybe I'll need it.
it would have been really funny if in Resident Evil 3, in the original and maybe even in the remake, but you know, they kind of rushed the remake.
Listen,
It would have been really funny if you went to Jill's desk and there was like an award that was called the Master of Unlocking, from where it was like she's really good at lockpicking and stuff. I don't know, like on her desk or just hanging up by her desk, it's like, you know, Jill Valentine, the Master of Unlocking. I'm gonna go this way first. One of the things that Jill has an advantage over Chris is that she has the lockpick, so not only can she unlock like simple locks, but she can also, she doesn't have to get the sword key where Chris does. It's a map, and I can't remember, is that supposed to be Pat Benatar? Because it looks like Pat Benatar. Use the lockpick, go through the door, you know, as you do, and run like hell. Look, man, I don't have your treats, okay? I know you want them, the bacon strips or the pepperonis, but I ain't got them. Alright, I think can't you... Oh, no. It's a armor key. I'm gonna leave that. I don't think there's anything in here in Jill's playthrough. I think you get a small key if you're Chris. I'm gonna leave that herb there just for space. But man, you know, I think everybody knows what this is about, this part's about, but what a beginner's trap, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like the game doesn't really warn you, because it's like you pick up the shotgun and it's like, obviously something's going on there. I always thought that there were like ink ribbons in here for some reason. Nothing unusual. But yeah, so... But what a beginner's trap, especially if you play as Chris, because there's no way of getting out of this after you pull the shotgun off. It's locked. It's locked. Let's try it again. It's locked. Alright, well, I guess we're... Just gonna have to wait for our impending doom. Jill started to get a little impatient. Did you see that?
Jill? Is that you, Jill? What happened?
By the way, this is one of the things you have to do, if I remember correctly, to get the best ending. Because you can wait and get the broken shotgun, and you can also completely and utterly mess yourself up if you go upstairs and get the bazooka before you come and do this. Because if you go to get the bazooka... before you come and do this part,
We're almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right.
if you try to get the bazooka before this, what ends up happening is he's up on the like balcony where Forrest is, and he doesn't come and save you, so you die.
Why on earth are you here?
Oh, there was something I had to check.
Now, let's get back to searching for the lost captain and Chris, shall we?
But I think you're supposed to come through here. Dialogue suggests, because she's like, why are you here and not in the balcony? Or no, why are you not in the dining room? I unlocked it. I think this is the door that has the broken handle, isn't it? I'm gonna do that a lot, aren't I? Alright, come on, buddy. Come on, let's go. Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna grab this herb, though. I'm gonna put that first aid spray away, and I'm probably gonna put the knife away. Because I don't need the knife right now. And of course, here's like... no save room theme playing? What's going on here? Did they remove the arpeggiated chord guitar playing? It's gonna get real old real quick. I don't know why they actually made the... No, I want to equip it. I want to equip it. There we go. I don't know why they made the pause button for every game the button you use for save states and stuff. Are there save ribbons here? If I had an ink ribbon, I could save my progress. Or is it going to be like, you know, Turok the Dinosaur Hunter on the Switch where you can't save your game for some weird reason? And then I have to rely on save states. If that's the case, then I better be good about not getting hit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take a hit there. Get off me, dude. I didn't have to take a hit there, but like, you know, I wasn't gonna wait until that other zombie showed up. I think the only thing in here is the book on herbs, right? Let me just take a quick look. Nothing uncommon. Yeah, I guess so. So I might kill this guy because this is one of the hallways that's like you run back and forth a lot in. I can't see. Is he bleeding? I guess he's dead. I can't see. It's too dark. Pretty sure it's not this dark on the original. Can I... Let me see. Well, looky there. I guess I can't turn up... the brightness. Damn it. Might have to turn up the brightness on my TV or just look at the screen. Jill, where are you aiming at? There we go. Like I said, this is one of those spots you run back and forth through a lot, so I might as well just handle it. Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Something's wrong with this
This
house.
hall is dangerous. Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Honestly, well, I mean, obviously there's like traps and stuff in it, like,
Just a moment. I found
and not just the monsters.
What is it?
But could you imagine if there were no traps in here? And she's like, there's something wrong with this house. And it's like, they're just monsters, dude. The house has no
better
problems.
take it with you.
But how about you, Barry?
I have this.
Thank you. I'll
I'll take this then. You got the acid rounds. I should probably put the shotgun away. Or, you know, actually, when I get the bazooka here in a second, I'll drop those off somewhere. There's blood. Let's hope it's not Chris's blood. Hope this blood isn't from my teammates. If I remember correctly, I think it originally had writing there or something like that, and they just made it a smear for some reason. Oh no, it's Forrest. He didn't run fast enough. He's been pecked to death by crows. Alright, get the bazooka and get out of there. Run! Jeremy's trying to get you. Alright. So far, so good. Haven't done one single thing for progress, but we got weapons. We got Death Star, too. Alright, alright. Let's see. This is just... yeah, nothing there. I want to say there's like a... is there a door that spawns there? Like... in New Game Plus or something? Or am I crazy? I want to say that's where you get like costume change, but maybe that's in the remake. Come on, buddy. Oh. There we go. We'll get more shotgun shells real easily in a minute. Because Jill can just unlock little like nightstands and stuff. And if I remember correctly, this jewel gets us some shotgun shells. That's for later. I'm not going to go get that right yet. I'm just kind of setting some stuff up, if you know what I mean. Since I'm passing by, I'm just setting it up. Yeah, there's this hallway. Okay, he's dead. Jill. Hey, they said she was the master of unlocking, not the master of aiming. And then, isn't there like a zombie there? No, okay. So I can't go that way. Luckily, we don't have to deal with Crimson Heads in this version. Although I really do like the remake. This is my like favorite Resident Evil. Oh, get in there. Just basically because it's like, it kind of reminds me of Pumpkinhead. In the sense that like there were no other... okay, so there are save ribbons. Cool. I was scared there wasn't going to be any for some reason. But it's like, it reminds me of Pumpkinhead in the sense that it's like, it's, you know, stands on its own. And, it's like Pumpkinhead in the sense that to me, like when I watch Pumpkinhead, it feels like nothing exists outside of that movie. When you watch, you know, because you watch some movies and you try to watch some stuff and it's like, you know, they want it to feel like it's a part of the world, like, oh, it could actually happen or something, like it's happening down the street. But Pumpkinhead just kind of feels like it's in its own little universe, like devoid of anything else, and I just think that's really cool. This game feels a lot like that to me, like Resident Evil 2 and Beyond. See, I think it's this way. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 and Beyond definitely feel like they were trying to... is this... can I unlock this door? It's locked. Resident Evil 2 and Beyond really feel like they're trying to make it a part of like the world, the bigger world at large. This is where I've got to use the oh shit. I should have counted my bullets. All Alright, I know that I need to use the chemical over here, which I didn't bring it with me. Funnily enough. I should just be able to, like, dodge, you know, the 5Ds. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge my way through here again. Whoa. Nice try, buddy. But, yeah, so, like, you know, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, all of it, maybe with the exception of 4 to an extent, kind of makes it feel like, you know, nothing else. I'm going to unequip my gun so I can run a little bit faster and so I won't rely on it so much because I've only got 12 shots left. But, you know, they feel like they're a part of a bigger world where this one just feels like the only thing that exists is the mansion and the rest of the grounds. I think that's really nice. If I remember correctly, let's see, an old pump. Water seems to be sent from here. The lid is open. And, Resident Evil Remake, they make it stupidly obvious what you need to do as far as, like, you know, we'll see, this one you just drop it in and it kills, you know, Plant 42's plants. But in Resident Evil Remake, they actually have, like, a lever, and it's like, oh, are you gonna, like, use the lever to, like, switch it towards the green or the red? And it's, like, pretty obvious that it's, like, if you switch it to the green, you're gonna kill all the herbs. If you switch it to the red, it kills the plant. And it's almost kind of pointless. I think the only reason that exists is to be like, there's repercussions for not paying attention, and it's like, but it's super obvious. So we're gonna stock up on herbs real quick. We're gonna open up a homeopathic shop. Combined, yes. Combined, yes. Combined, yes. Use, yes. Okay. This is what, the armor key. And just so that it's, like, marked, I'm going to just examine it. Because it'll just say mansion key until you look at it. Oh my god, there's a carving of armor. That's real neat, yo. Alright. Just gonna run back here real quick, open this door. See about putting some of these herbs away. I use the armor key. There's the broken shotgun and a clip, which is pretty desperately needed. As well as there should be some shotgun shells in here, right? Yep. Now, in Remake, they added a bunch of stuff in here, but, like, this is kind of like, I don't know, like, what kind of room is this supposed to be? Like, there's a little desk here with a little light, and then there's, like, a cabinet with a broken shotgun. Like, is this, like, somebody's, like, little hideaway study, or is this just, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's, whoa, almost got me there, buddy. I'm not sure. It kind of reminds me of, like, the description of, like, Raiden's room in MGS2, where she's like, you know, it was so sad, like, your room was so empty, it was just a bed. And he's like, that's the way I like it. And then he's like, and then, you know, that was the only time I hit you. And it's like, whoa, Raiden, what? Oh, there we go. Sometimes they get hung up on the walls and it makes you a little, you know, one of the aspects about this game that's like, the danger is the controls, you know what I mean? Alright, we're gonna ace this guy out because this is one of the hallways that you run through a decent amount. You run through here a decent amount. You really don't have to go into this room at all, but there's ammunition and stuff in here. And of course, it's, you know, everybody's favorite, you know, encounter. An encounter that, like, almost everyone and everything has failed to replicate. I think it's because every time people think of this stuff, they just think of this scene. Ah, what's on this desk? Oh my god! Back off. Back off. Don't make me tase you, bro. Oh yeah, I don't have taser in this one. But yeah, so we've got The Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. At night, we played poker with Scott in the guard. We? We played? Who's we? Are you using the royal we? Is it the we or the Wii U? Elias and Steve, the researcher. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. May 10th, 1998. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. It looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them the live food. I'm pretty sure they rewrote this. Is it really written like this? I feel like they've added words. Am I crazy, or am I just, you know, have been a long time since I've read this? When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out its guts before they actually ate it. May 11th, 1998. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up. Suddenly, he was wearing a protection suit that looked like a space suit. He told me to put one on as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder. Those researchers never rest, even at night. May 12th, 1998. I've been wearing this annoying suit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. May 13th, 1998. I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back, and the doctor told me I didn't need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. May the 14th, 1998. When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying, and I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. They have been quiet since morning, which is very unusual. I found that some of them had escaped. I'll be in real trouble if the higher-ups find out. May 15th, 1998. Even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leave the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? May 16th, 1998. I heard a researcher who tried to escape from the mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night, but only at night. During the day, it's fine. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me? May 19th, 1998. Fever gone, but itchy. Hungry, eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came. Ugly face, so killed him. Tasty. 4. Itchy. Tasty. Keeper's Diary has been filed. Okay. I think that's it for this room. If Jill could get out the door, that'd be great. I know you're a little traumatized from that diary, Jill, but like, keep it together. You unlocked it. But yeah, like that's one of those things. I think the reason it's fail, like people fail when they try and do something like that. I don't think it's really because like they're not good at writing or anything. I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's itchy tasty. You know, oh, they're just trying to do itchy tasty. And it's kind of like, that's kind of a shame if you think about it, because it's like, man, like itchy tasty is so good. And I've read and listened to a lot of like attempts to do something like itchy tasty, and like it's kind of a shame that it's tainted with like, oh, they're just doing itchy tasty, you know. Grab this blue gem here. Things are starting to come, they may not seem like it, but things are starting to come together. Anyone who's played the game knows some things are starting to come together. I'm gonna go, well, not that way. I'm gonna go back, not to this door. That door I want to go to after I go here, because I'm gonna go deposit the blue gem where you could use it, because it's literally right here. It's the reason why I took out that zombie too, so there's a clear path. Door is opening. All right, and it says, it reads, some tigers have a red eye and a blue eye. I don't know if that's actually true. I've never looked it up. I don't know if it's just like, you know, because of the statue. But we've got our first crest here. It's the wind crest. Take it? Yeah, you bet. And then we can't do anything with this again until we get the red eye, which is not for a good little while. So, you know, all things are coming up Millhouse. Now we're going to come down here and unlock the door with a lockpick. You can do this super... It's funny how quickly you can do this, to be honest. In the remake, it takes like... You still have to like find pieces of the piano music. And of course, this is one part of the Moonlit Sonata. It's not the whole thing. I can't remember which movement it is. I know it's not the third movement. But it's funny how soon you can do this, considering that it technically gets you to a boss fight that you don't have to fight. One of the only, well, there's two bosses at least in this game that if you're good enough, you don't even have to fight them. If you're playing as Chris Redfield, he sucks at piano, and so his partner has to play the piano for him. And of course, this is the other side of the room with the where we got the armor key. We take the gold emblem. So we got the wooden emblem, we got the golden emblem. When are we going to get the fire emblem? We just put the regular emblem, the wooden emblem here. You know, cheese the system. I don't know why it does, like, if you think about it, who designed that room? They're like, we're going to hide this golden emblem here, and we're going to keep it secret, right? It's hidden in the walls, right? You know, you gotta play a specific song on the piano to open it. But if you go to the indoor garden, you can see the room that it's hidden. So it's like, people know it's somewhere. And if you have a general sense of direction of the mansion layout, like, you're going to know it's somewhere around that room, right? Yeah, ready? This is the shield key. Shield key only has one use. So I'm not even going to bother to look at it because I know, you know, it's the one use. We're going to run upstairs. I'm making a mental map. We're going to avoid that doorway where the dogs bust through the window because they're going to be there and there's nothing really there except ammunition if you move one of those cabinets, but like we're not going to do that with the dogs in there. Not for a clip. You have to basically use 2 clips to get 1 clip. That's a waste. I took these guys out. Let me... So, through that door is where you use the... Go ahead and do that. Through that previous door is where you use... Let me go this way, because I didn't take these... I stupidly didn't take these guys out. Actually, you know what? Let's go this way, because I can at least get this one guy in the back. But, yeah. A pow! You ever heard of watch your back? He's not dead yet. Oh, right. Now he's dead. Well, technically he's dead, you know what I mean? I say, did the auto aim in this one? No. Okay. Hey, bud. See ya, bud. Jill, we know you love banisters, but like, you know, hurry up. I see, am I right about that? Is this the broken door, or is this like broken only in like remake? So we're gonna take this. I don't think they don't combine like that. That'd be too convenient. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna put it in the box. We're gonna combine our shotgun shells. Put those away. Keep our 2 keys. If I can walk back through this door without a problem. Okay, yeah, I think that's in the remake only. Unless, like, I'm crazy and it doesn't do it yet. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to, you know, try not to disturb these crows. And it says, the picture is entitled, The End of Life. There's a switch below. Will you press it? No. I guess it was at the... You know, let me put my gun away so I can run a little bit faster. Might help. I don't know how holding the gun makes her run a little slower, but okay. Okay, it's here. By the way, this looks... I know this is supposed to be like a, you know, a heavenly, angelical kind of picture, but it kind of looks like something that would be in like Shin Megami Tensei. The picture is entitled From Cradle to Grave. Alright. Picture of a tired middle-aged man. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Nope. A picture of a newborn baby. I think this is the first one. Lively boy is next. Young man. No. An infant. Actually, you know, infant is next, and then lively young boy, right? Lively boy. Then young man. Then tired old man. And then we've got a wizened sage. A bold-looking old man. Push it? Yeah. Now we can press this one. That painting kind of reminds me of like Blasphemous 2. Because, you know, there's like one of the upgrades is like people who are mourning. Like they're mourning at like the deathbed and you've got to go find them and stuff. Now we got to get past this ooh, zombie. Okay. I could go back through that door. I think it's just for herbs. But I could unlock that door and get rid of this armor key. I don't know if I've fully used it up. But at the end of this hallway should be that room that it was like, you need the armor key. I don't have to worry about anything attacking me in this hallway right now because not at this point. So use the armor key. I'm going to go ahead and grab this herb. I kind of was like, I'm just going to leave it in case I need it later. But like realistically speaking, I don't really think there's a reason to come back through here. Even later in the game when the enemies change, I don't think there's a reason to come back through this hallway. Unless I'm really in desperate need of some healing and I'm going to go outside to get those herbs. Oh, Jill? Living life a little dangerously, aren't you? I'm going to stop by the box. I never said this was a speed run, by the way. So I don't know how long it's going to take to do, but hopefully it's not too long. I know after the first initial mansion section, everything is kind of streamlined, and then the second time through the mansion, it's kind of like the first time. So there are a lot of sections in this game that are literally just go here, do that kind of deal. I think I'm gonna have to take that guy out if I'm remembering correctly. Because I think I remember that there's another, unless it's just in the remake, I think there's a room down the hall that I have to use the armor key on. Like just past this guy. Oh, come on, Jill. Like you're literally looking at the guy. Blew his hand off. Wasn't sure if he was dead. Back off me, dude. Okay. I think it's this room, right? And then I think the room that leads to where I use the shield key uses it. Lockpick, right? No? I don't think there's an enemy in here. There's a red herb. And a clip. I could use that. I think there's ink ribbons also. But my inventory's starting to get a little... Oh, it's a lighter. Never mind. I need this. Do I need this in this version? I don't remember. By the way, it is kind of funny. It is kind of funny. I can't remember. It says the lighter of lighter. Some fluid left, and then I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't think I've ever checked if Chris Redfield's lighter says stars on it or not. I know in the remake it is. Seems to have been searched here already. It appears to be a switch. Will you push it? Huh? What? Water? That's strange. Researchers will. My dear Alma, the fact that you have received this letter is both a joy and a sadness for me. I could not talk to you because of the guy in the sunglasses. Alma, be calm and read this. I think I've told you that I moved to a pharmaceutical company's lab. They headhunted me last month. Last month, there was an accident in the lab and the virus we were studying escaped. All my colleagues who were infected by the virus are dead. To be accurate, they've become the living dead. They will wander around. Some of them are knocking on my room door desperately right now, but there's no sign of intelligence in their eyes. That cursed virus takes away all humanity and the human brain. From the human brain, love, joy, sorrow, fear, humor, eternally. And Alma, even the memories of the days I spent with you. Yes, I'm infected. I did everything I could, but I could only delay the progress by a few days. The most frightening thing is that I forgot more about you by the day. I forget more. I don't know why I read that as forgot. I forget more about you by the day. So I chose a peaceful death rather than becoming the living dead. Within an hour, I will have entered my eternal sleep. I do hope you'll understand my decision. Goodbye, and forever yours, Martin Crackhorn. Researcher's will has been filed. Alright, and then want to move this out the way. Or is it move it this way and then push that down? Yeah, I gotta move this way and then push that down that way. Bazooka rounds that I don't really need, to be honest, at the moment. I might be able to get rid of both of those keys real quick. At the very least, I can get the next crest and just drop everything off. It's not this way. Where am I going? Run, Jill, run! I love the loading screens in this game with the doors and all. So this is where one of the crests are. It's a little bit of a more of a puzzle in the remake. But this one, you just got to make sure that the vents are covered. This one over here is like harder, like because of the angle, it's easier to like mess it up. So just got to make sure it's covered and you press the button. There's a switch. Will you push it? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah, because you have to get all of the, I was going to say, I don't remember if it, like, does poison gas when you press the button in the original, but it does. You just, the armor comes out and you have to, like, push them out back on it. And, like, if you push one armor in one way, it might make the other one come off. So it's like you have to, like, keep going back and forth. So that's 3 crests, correct? Or am I only still at 2? I think I have 3. I know I'm about to get 1. Yeah, it's 3. It should be 3. And then we'll get to the next area in the game. If I can stop running into a wall, that would be nice. So that's 3. I'm going to put these away. I'm going to use that in a minute. I'm going to use that in a minute. I'm going to use that in a minute. So that'll clear up some space. But I know I said I was going to make this like a 1 take with no cuts, but I need to step away for a second, so I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So hopefully that won't happen again, but we'll see. Should be using both of those keys here in a second, so I'm not too worried about it, unless I'm misremembering about that armor key. Could be, probably not, probably am, we'll see. We're about to see the absolute best ever voice acting that's ever been in a game. This guy went on to win several awards and have a very long, proficient career in voice acting. Okay, so I still need to use the armor key once more. Where, though?
Richard, what happened?
Get your popcorn.
This house is dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
You're wounded. What kind of demon attacked you?
It was a huge snake and also poisonous. Ugh.
Poisonous? Oh no. Richard, hold on.
There is serum. Oh no, I should have brought some with me.
No problem. I'll go and get it.
Thanks.
And now we have to, like, go get serum, so Richard lives. I think the only thing that happens is, like, if I remember correctly, is he gives you the radio, I think? I think that's all it is. But it's like, it's in the little medical room, the first place I saved. You gotta go there. That's why I took out most of those zombies, but I didn't take out the ones downstairs because, like, it's not that hard to get past those guys. But, like, this would have been a nightmare. I mean, I'm not super great at dodging zombies in this game. Only if they give me a wide enough berth. Other than, like, if we're in a tight hallway, it's like, there's a high probability I'm going to take a hit. Okay, so I hear the save room theme here, so I wonder why it wasn't in that one room. Okie dokie. And I think depending on how quickly you get back to Richard with the serum depends on how it affects the ending. Because if you have if he dies and you have the serum and you get bitten, you can heal yourself. Because we're about to, you know, do a completely avoidable boss fight, which I'm not planning on fighting it. I'm going to run away. But if you have the serum, you can heal yourself and not pass out for Barry to save you. But in order to get the best ending, you have to let Barry save you pretty much at any opportunity he can. And you have to show complete and utter trust to Barry. Because he's your partner, you know? All the music just went away. Richard!
Here's the serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should.
I don't think he has to worry about being poisoned. I mean, you see that big wound?
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
So in the remake, you have to let Richard die in order to for Barry to save you. Because if you don't let Richard die, For some reason, Barry doesn't come and save you, but you do get the auto shotgun, assault shotgun, if you, like, save him. I'm going to run over here and run up these stairs. Take out his kneecaps. Zombies can't climb stairs in this game. He's dead. I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Get rid of it. Not going to go in there yet. It doesn't provoke the boss fight right away, but like I'm going to come down here to this room. Still need to use that armor key. Where do I need to use that armor key? And this is where you need the lighter. I don't remember if you need it for anything else. But you can get some ammo. I don't remember if there's a zombie behind this gate or not. Or this cabinet. No, okay. Acid rounds, right? Yeah. And then there's a save ribbon. Here's my dilemma. I know there's some shotgun shells in the next room. And I know I need to pick up the crest. I might leave the shotgun shells and just get the crest. If I need to come back later, I can, but the snake is still going to be there. Which, I don't know if it's there after a certain point. Maybe I'll try to come back if I can remember. Or maybe the shotgun shells are just in the remake. Because I don't see them. Nothing useful. Here he comes. I heard you were talking shit on me, man. Not concerned about getting bit, but like, you know, I don't want to die. Get out of my way, bro. So you can fight this guy. He just leaves through the hole he came in. But we're not gonna deal with him. He's stuck on that wall. Get out of my way. I can't remember if I get fully healed from this or if it's just cured from poison. We'll see. Oh no. I guess I got poisoned when I got bit like twice.
Give me the serum.
And then, you know, it kind of sucks that I did this now that I think about it, because we're taken to the other side of the mansion, which is pretty far away from where I need to be with those crests. Because the closest place is that other save room on the other side, where I was like, is this door broken? But, you know, if I want to get the best ending, which I haven't decided or not, you know.
Barry?
I've got to do this part. But I think I'm going to save it, because I think I've made enough progress that, like... I'll get the crests out on the other side. Don't remember where I need to use that armor key. Maybe it's on the first floor. But I'm going to go ahead and save it. Because I've done enough progress that I think, like... it warrants a save, you know? Alright. I'm going to go ahead and grab this other save ribbon out. Oh, it's at the top, isn't it? Go ahead and pull these out and put them together. Like I said, I'm going to grab those crests out on the other side. Let me look at the map. I don't think it's that I know it's not that blank one over there. I don't think it's that one. Those doors, you need a passcode, and I think you need the helmet key, or it's unlocked on the other side. And I want to say the one on the other, on the right, is the helmet key. I don't know. I'm going to be going over there anyway, because that's where the closest is. So I can just try the foyer, and then I can try that anyway. And then, like, you know, we've got it all solved. Because I know these two doors over here, I can try them. One of them is a passcode. One of them is like, it's either a passcode or you can come from the other side. And it's locked with a helmet key, right? Yeah. This one is passcode. Passcode, or you come around from that side. And depending on how you do certain things, depend on if you need the passcode or not. It affects the ending, I think, if you use the passcode. I can't remember if Chris Redfield needs the passcode or not, but Jill doesn't, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to go downstairs and just try this key on this door. Might as well, you know, I mean, if I can get rid of it. I know I can get some shotgun shells if I can get into this room. And more herbs and stuff. If this needs the... Okay, yeah. Just get rid of it. I'm pretty sure you can get some shotgun shells. And then there's a room with a zombie in it, I think. And I don't think there's anything of use. Like, I don't think... Oh. I don't think... Might as well check that room behind me, but I'm pretty sure there's no key items in there. But the shotgun shells are in this cabinet, or in this desk. Might as well go ahead and get it taken care of. Since I'm already here, might as well go ahead and get it taken care of, and then never have to come back in these rooms again, you know what I mean? I mean, obviously speedrunners know not to come through this again at all. There's no need to come this way. I'm not a speedrunner. Hey, more ink ribbons, nice. And this is where you use that key. Yeah, so I'm just going to kill this guy. Why not? Pow. Pow. So you get, this is where you change costumes after you beat the game. You unlock a key, and that key lets you go into that room, and you can change costumes. Probably not going to show that. We'll leave those as regular herbs, just in case we need to mix them with other stuff. Because there's 3 herbs in this game. There's green herbs, blue herbs, and red herbs. And that's kind of how it was all the way up until Resident Evil 4. They changed the blue herbs for yellow herbs. And so the blue herbs cure poison and like toxins. And the yellow herbs in Resident Evil 4 extend your health. Because Resident Evil 4 is technically an action RPG. I think 5 and 6 are as well. Because you have like, you know, you upgrade your health, you upgrade your weapons and the damage and stuff that they do. So it's technically an RPG. gonna get those crests. But before I get those crests, I just remembered, I don't know if this is like something that happens with OBS or if it's just something that like could happen. I know some people, when they record for a very, very long time, like a few hours, it ends up like corrupting. So I think, let me put this here, and let me put this here so that I can do something. I think I'm going to really quickly end the recording and then just like pick it back up on another one just in case, because I don't want it to get corrupted, like, you know, closer to the end of the game. So I can just combine those together, because this is going to be one playthrough. Like I said, it's not going to be multiple videos. But I really don't want it to get corrupted and then it be like, oh yeah, I've got like half the playthrough and then the rest of it's dead. So I'm going to very, very, very quickly end the video. Literally start right back up. 5 seconds, really quick cut. You'll never even miss me. See, I'm back. It's like I never left. All right, let's keep going. So I got to try and get past these zombies or take them out. Doesn't really matter. We're going to, you know, if I can get past them without having to shoot them, that would be nice, because of, like, this is the guy I'm concerned about. Of course. Yeah, get your fill. No, you back off me, bro. See, didn't have to fire a shot like a pro. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Those guys aren't going to be there when we come back through. Just like this dog. Yeah, in this game, if you walk, the dogs won't attack you unless you get too close. Unless they're already provoked. Can't use that here. What are you talking about? We just read the thing. Alright. Luckily in this one, you don't have to like... The dog's gonna get me any. It's just like the rhythm. The rhythm's gonna get me. When the sun sets in the west and the moon rises in the east, stars will begin to appear in the sky and wind will blow towards the grounds. Then the gate of new life will open. Oh, please be stupid, dog. Oh my god. Did you see that? You may not have seen it. It was too quick. I moved a fraction to the left so the dog couldn't do anything. Yeah, I know. It was pro gamer moves. Jill. Oh my god, Jill. You can get in between that. The shoulder pads are big, but like you could have gotten in between that. You know, people make fun of the shoulder pads, like, why are the shoulder pads, like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, actually, it kind of does, to an extent. Not necessarily, like, to protect you, like, not like they knew the zombies were going to happen or anything like that, but, like, if you think about it, like, like, I wonder if the shoulder pads are supposed to be for, like, absorbing recoil. Like you fire a shotgun or something like that and you have it up to your shoulder. Okay, if there's more zombie dogs in here, we're going to try and walk past. Oh my god. Of course. Of course. And there were herbs back there. I'm going to leave those for the way back. They didn't take out two. Yeah, I'm still fine. I'm yellow fine. This is back before they, you know, changed it. Before they just made like yellow caution and never like there not be a yellow fine. And we got 3D graphics. Wow, the water is running down the opposite side. Neato. Remember this place for later. Otherwise, you'll never finish the game. And, beware of snakes. Snakes? Snakes? I don't know no snakes. I swear I've heard that name before. Snakes. The funny thing about that to me, I was quoting Home Alone for those who don't know. I'm just gonna run. The funny thing about that is like the name Snakes is like anybody who was alive in the 90s knows, oh, there's some blue herbs there. We won't need those yet. Get out of my way, dude. Oh, come on. Anyone who lived through the 90s knows that like Snake or Snakes was like the name of like the bad boy or the bad guy. Like, oh no, your daughter's, you know, dating. Your daughter's dating like a street tough named Snakes. That's not good. Or Snake. And it's like, except from like, you know, Snake Plissken and Solid Snake, that's gotta be like the lamest name to go by. You know, like, I guess it's cool to an extent, but it's like, man, it's kind of lame if you think about it. Mainly because it's been used so much. So we're gonna cover this hole. I think it should remain covered. This door is a save room, correct? I can get some I can heal my wounds. Of course, don't I have a green herb? No, I'm just gonna use this first aid spray. The first aid spray affects your rank, if I remember correctly. I don't remember if it does it in this game. I don't remember if it's just purely speed, how fast you get through the game. Clearly not going fast enough to really warrant anything. Old typewriter. If I had an ink ribbon, I surely could write down some stuff. They're pretty stingy on those ink ribbons, aren't they? I'm not going to save the game yet. Let's go ahead and get the explosive rounds out and mix them together. We'll go ahead and get these acid rounds out and mix them together. It just will help later, you know, if I ever... You know what? You know what? Should I hang on to the bazooka for now? I don't need this crank. Put away the handgun and the bullets. This might be a bad idea, but I'm gonna rock the bazooka for now. Might as well. I mean, it's a free weapon in Jill's campaign. Like, Chris doesn't use the grenade launcher. That door's locked, right? Or not. Hey, look at that. It's a free weapon. Ooh. I love this track. It's a free weapon in Jill's playthrough. Chris doesn't use it at all. There's a bathtub. It's full with muddy water. Will you unplug it? So the game is made, you know, basically my point is the game is made where you don't have to have the bazooka for anything. So it's kind of a free weapon. And, you know, I usually conserve as much ammo and stuff as I can closer to the end, but I feel like playing a little dangerously. Take that. There are some enemies closer to the end of the game that if you don't use something like the bazooka on them, they can respawn, if I remember correctly. The only enemies in the game that can respawn. Nothing unusual here, my friend. Yeah, okay. So it's just the Book of Medora, and bazooka or shotgun shells and a key. And the double doors over here, the red double doors, I don't need to go through here because I don't need to solve the puzzle. Because I'm going to skip this boss fight. Jill can skip like most of her boss fights. Chris can only skip like 2 if I remember correctly. Is this... It's locked. Is this where that is, or... No, okay. There's some herbs here. We'll go ahead and grab these and mix them up. If she'll grab it. You gonna get it? There we go. Cool. Can't get through that door yet. That door is what you need to solve the puzzle with. It's locked. It's locked. Wait, what key do I have then? Oh, yeah, it's the control room key. Oh, do I have to go in there to get that key then? Because I know it's not good to go down there yet. Or do I have to go down there in this version? I think I have to go down here to get this in this version. Will you take the dormitory? No, Jill. No, Jill, no. I think this is probably key 2. Yeah, so in the remake, you have to, like, you know, use some pesticides on that. So I was a little confused for a second. You just got to run down there and get it. If you try to run down there without using the pesticides, like, you get swarmed in the remake, I think. Should I? I think I'll be fine, actually. I know there's not as much stuff to grab in this one as in the remake. Boom! I'll leave that clip there. We're gonna really, really soon get to a point where the clips are not even gonna be useful. Get the dormitory sketch. Yeah. Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident, and the plant at point 42 is growing amazingly fast. It has been affected by the T-virus differently than other plants, and shows unique shape in addition to its size. Looking at the way it behaves, it is difficult to determine what kind of plant it was originally. There are 2 ways in which Plant 42 gathers nutrients. The first one is through its roots that reach into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and broke the water tanks in the basement. Now, the basement is full of water. It is easily imaginable that some chemical elements were blended into the water. And the incredibly fast growth of Plant 42. Other part of Plant 42 from the basement glows through the duct and hangs like many bulbs from the ceiling of the first floor. Many vines come out of those bulbs, and they are the second resource for its nutrition. Once sensing movement, Plant 42 shoots its vines around the prey and holds it. Then it starts sucking up blood using the suckers located at the back of the vines. It also has some intelligence. It blocks the door by twining its vines around it, especially when it captures prey or is sleeping. Several staff members have already fallen victim to this. May 21st, 1998, Henry Sarton. Alright. We just got to push this thing over here. Then we got to push this thing over here. And then just for, you know, synchronicity. Oh, I guess you can't push it down anymore. We don't have to anyway, I guess. You know, who cares about symmetry, right? I'm gonna unequip my bazooka so I can run faster. I'm gonna push the box that's over here first. Like I mentioned, what was it? What game did I mention this in? I'm trying to remember. One of the games I already played, I remember saying something about the box pushing puzzle. And like, because you had, oh, I think it was Space Station Silicon Valley, because I think you had to do that in that game. But yeah, also in this, like, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Wind Waker, moving the mic a little bit, sorry if that's annoying. There's a lot of games in the 90s and early 2000s where you have to do this puzzle of, like, align the boxes just right to run across the water. Is this the first time, by the way, that you see UMB? It stands for umbrella. It's the first time you see it, but it's not the first time they talk about umbrella. In Chris Redfield's playthrough, when you meet Rebecca, they mention umbrella. But that's one of the things, like I was saying earlier, it makes the game more of a, like a murder mystery. Ooh, because like, you don't know who the umbrella is. You don't know why it's like significant that they're talking about them. It's not this door, but I'm going to go in this door anyway, because I think this is where you can find the roots of Plant 42. Yeah, this is where you find the roots of Plant 42, and if you make the V-Jolt, you can like use it and like kill the plant or actually do the boss fight. But if you don't do that and you just, you know, stupidly walk in there after reading the report, you know, you don't have to fight the boss. Oh no, what is it? Uh-oh, what's going on here? It's Jaws. It's locked. It's locked. We use control room key. I wonder, like, that was clearly Jill. I've never really thought about it. Is it Chris when you play as Chris? I do like how they slow her down in the water because, you know, anybody who's ever like walked through like water that's waist high knows that like you are impeded. We do this, it drains the water. Really sucks, you know, for Jill, because like there's nothing worse than like wearing wet clothes and still being on like a mission or something like that. Like, you know, you got your boots all wet, your socks are all wet, like you're gonna get blisters, dude. There was a sound from the room next door. Like, you're gonna get blisters and like, you know, you're gonna get like rashes and stuff from your underwear scraping across your skin and it being wet. Let's see. You can grab a couple clips here, and then I can grab that one clip on the way out. Even though I said that it's not going to be that useful in a minute, there is a point in which it is still useful to use clips. Got the dormitory key. And I think that's some shotgun shells. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, more shotgun shells. Racking it up. Should I don't think I need to. I don't think I need to stop by the. There's where the tank was broken. The tank appears to have been cracked, and like the sharks were here. It's too bad we didn't have the Shark Slayer. But anyway, I don't think I'm gonna need to go back to the chest. I think I can just keep on rolling. I think. There's a ladder. Will you climb it? The thing about this area is once you're done with this area, you never have to come back here again. I might grab the blue herbs on the way. Oh, I could have grabbed that clip. Well, I'm not going back for it. I'm going to grab the blue herbs on the way out because the only reason you need them are for these bees and the double red door that I didn't go through. There are giant tarantulas in there. And I did not go in there because there, I think there's some like ammunition and stuff, but it's like, I don't think it's worth risking getting bitten by the tarantula to like grab it. Oh. Kapow! I'll get some of that fire ammo. If she'll pick up the fire ammo. You gonna pick it up? It's fire ammo. There we go. Reload my bazooka. Unequip my bazooka. Nothing major about this washstand. Wow, thanks for your observation. Jill, what would stars do without your detective work? Okay. There's not a zombie in here, is there? No. Can I get anything out? The desk is locked. We use the lockpick. You use the lockpick. Save ribbon. Cool. So there's save ribbons and, shotgun shells and sometimes clips. Thing that sucks about... Oh my god. Can I just read it? A row of red books. There's one white book. Will you take it? Oh, thank god. I thought I was like gonna need an empty space there for a second, but the thing that sucks about Chris Redfield is he needs like old keys to open that stuff. So Jill can just unlock it. But anyway, V-Jolt report. As I stated in the last report, as I stated in the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plant infected by the tyrant virus. We also have found another interesting fact through some experiments. We found an element that destroys the plant cells rapidly in UMB number 16. One of the series of UMB chemicals that we use for that experiment. We named this UMB number 16 as V-Jolt. In our calculations, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy Plant 42 if we put the V-Jolt directly on the root. You need to mix some of the UMB series chemicals in a specific order to create V-Jolt. But the UMB series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. The following are the types of UMB series chemicals and their benefit characteristics. All of them. It's been filed. There is a book missing. What kind of knowledge can we find from this book? What? All the pages are blank. What is it for? Who knows? It's for a puzzle. Let's put it on the shelf. In the remake, you actually have to solve a puzzle, like, and build like a picture of a naked lady. You know, back in 2002, that in 2003, that was like a huge deal. Oh no, it's a plant. Let's see, I don't think I have to fight it. Do I have to fight it? I can't change it. I thought Barry just popped in and was like, Jill, take that. I think, oh yeah, because I didn't use V-Jolt, I have to do this, and then it's like, I did it. I killed, oh no, round 2. Fight. Oh no, it got me, partner. It's gonna start sucking my blood.
What is this?
Barry!
Jill!
Get it, Barry. And then, you know, little did you know that before Team Fortress 2, Barry, you know, found his love for flamethrowers over his, like, revolver, and then he went and became the pyro. By the way, I think there's only one time you can use the flamethrower, and I think it might be in Chris Redfield's playthrough.
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
Don't mention it.
I think?
What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Like, I think, you know, he doesn't get the bazooka
I'm gonna stay in the soldiers area and take a look around.
soldiers
Though I'm
area.
sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Okay.
But Barry, we've been doing that this whole time. You're just now starting to search? Anyway, like I was saying, I think Chris Redfield gets to use the flamethrower. I don't think Jill does. Either that or, like, Jill just gets to use it to unlock a door. But what gunshots? Gunshots are the beat?
Wesker.
Is it the hardest beat?
Jill, so you're safe.
So you're safe, Jill.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Strange creatures.
Is that right?
Oh, I didn't demonstrate it,
Wait,
but if you
it's
look
good
at
to
the
see you're
door,
Jill, our
if you
first
look at the
priority is to get
door
out of here.
in the foyer,
Yes,
like,
you're
you get a
right.
cutscene where, like, a zombie dog tries to stick its head through the door.
Now there are a lot of rooms in that mansion.
And then if you
that we
keep,
can't get
like,
into
checking the
because they're all
door,
dead.
zombie dogs spawn in the door, in the foyer. I might show the zombie dog cutscene when we get back to the house, but, like, I'm not going to get it in the house. Like, I'm not going to let the dogs in the house, you know? They're outside dogs. They're dirty. They need a bath. I'm not the one going to clean them. Oh my god, that bee actually scared the shit out of me. I forgot it was there and I stepped on it. Alright, now the tentacle shouldn't be able to get us. So we're going to do... We're going to put the bazooka away. And we're going to pull out the shotgun. And the shells. We're going to put this away. We're going to put the clip with the clip. We're going to put the bazooka flame rounds away. And I'm going to pull out the ink ribbon because I think that was good enough to warrant a save. So if I get killed, like, you know, that's progress, you know, that won't be wasted. Jill. Save Jill. The guardhouse, first floor. Alright, we're going to put these back away. And we're going to combine these shotgun shells. And then I'm going to pick up some blue herbs on the way out. Because they might be important later, but they're not going to be important right now. Blue herbs, like I said, are for toxins. Actually, I'm going to throw these two in the these three in the box because I know there are two outside. So I'm going to throw these in the box. I wish I would have already done that, but you know what? That's fine. It's going to take like 5 seconds. So they'll be available later. Don't really need them until a little bit later, but you need green herbs at least, and I think you need green herbs at least to use them. I don't think you can use them straight up. The red herbs you can't use straight up. You need green herbs. Red and green herbs are full heal. 3 green herbs together are full heal. 2 green herbs together are like, I think it's like 2/3 a heal. 1 green herb. What's that? How do you know I can't answer you?
This is Jill. Brad?
Oh, it's broken. How does he know I can't answer him? Did you mess with the radios, Brad? Anyway, yeah. Don't snakes spawn here? Or no. So we got some green herbs and we got some blue herbs. I'm gonna just grab these two and throw them together, I guess. Might as well. Sorry, I bumped the mic. I was scratching my nose and my hand hit the mic. But yeah, so we're not really going to need blue herbs for a while. They're actually, if I think about it, they're probably not as useful in this game as they are in later games. Not saying that they're not useful at all. Alright, dog. What are you doing, dog? Just gonna walk on past. This area is going to be important later, but not right now. Luckily, they will tell you the instant you get the item where to take it. And it's kind of a good thing they do, because either, you know, it's very unlikely that anybody's just going to check that spot, and if they did, like, they might not remember that they need that specific item at that spot. So, dogs. Do 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 do. Cool. And there's plenty of herbs out here for later. We're probably gonna need them. Go ahead and put my gun on. Get my gun on. Do 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 do. I think I'm gonna play Super Metroid soon. I haven't played the first Metroid yet. I don't know if I want to play the first Metroid first, or if I do Zero Mission. I don't know. The great thing about Super Metroid is they recap the first 2 stories. But oh my god, what's going on? Oh my god, something opened the door. I just came through that door. What? What up, motherfucker? Pow. Pow. Got him. Anyway, I think I need the helmet key for that, right? Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, the great thing about the do I? No, I can just turn the light on, right? There's a switch. Will you push it? Yes, and I need this book. This is actually necessary to get into the final area, the Eagle of the East. Like I said earlier, after you get through the first initial... Ooh, special bullets. Full metal jackets. Anyway, I think that's it for this room. But the great thing about the first... great thing about Super Metroid is, like, it recaps... I'm gonna go this way. It literally recaps the first and the second Metroid, so you don't have to play them. Ah, damn it. Kapow! You gotta be careful if you're at, like... I don't remember if it's caution. Oh, that letter said something about there being items and stuff in here. I don't remember if it's caution or danger, but the hunters, which is what those enemies are called, will one-hit kill you if you're not careful. Let's see. I'm going to get those acid rounds out because I might as well just do that and combine them together. Put these away. I'm planning on having enough of these bullets, the Magnum rounds, by the end of the game, which is completely possible, to literally just do the last section of the game using the Magnum. And if I remember correctly, the bazooka and the Magnum are the only only weapons that kill the enemies that respawn. Like, well, you kill the enemies. Like, you can kill the enemies with regular ammunition and stuff, but they respawn if you don't kill them with the other. And I'm going to use this green herb. Cool. I might have to end up cutting the video again after I hit the hour mark just to make sure it doesn't get corrupted. I don't think it will. I know this was a problem years ago. I just, I haven't recorded video this long before. Hey, buddy. I'm going to unlock this door over here. I'm not going to go through it yet. I'm not prepared to go through it yet. Am I though? Could I? Could I go through here? If I had the, I'm going to get more health and then another weapon. And then I'm going to go through that door. If I had the lighter, I could get another map. But I'm not going to grab the lighter for that. I think that's the only other use you have for it. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to go ahead and get this fight out the way, because it's like one of the only fights you actually have to fight as Jill. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that, you know what I mean? But I'm going to get some more health and save it, and then I'm probably going to pull out the bazooka. Save your progress. Use the ink ribbon? Yeah. M storage room. First floor. Is that like main storage room, or what is that? Mansion storage room? Grab out the bazooka. Bazooka Zooka bubble gum. I might start with the bazooka, actually. I guess I can read the note. I'll put some bullets in the back room. Use them in case of trouble. Barry. I don't remember if that shows up sooner than going to the barracks, or if you have to go to the barracks first. Actually, they weren't there when I came here and got the crest, so that kind of solves that question, I think. Yeah, I think we're, if I remember correctly, I think I'm more than halfway through the game. Maybe roughly halfway. I don't know, but that's a really nice ornate door. And it's a nice room in here, isn't it? So we got a blue piano over here. I'm gonna play some more Moonlit Sonata. Oh no! It's a damaged snake. I guess it's supposed to be like it's damaged because, you know, you fought it, but I didn't fight it. And I don't have the... I don't have... Well, that didn't do well, did it? I don't have the Magnum, but the Magnum does nothing in this fight. Thanks to some tests by Dead by Donovan, we know that the Magnum, the Cult Python, doesn't do anything to this, to Yawn. Alright, get off my ass, dude. Gotta be careful, he can eat me in one hit. Oh, come on, shoot it! There we go. Yeah, thanks to Dead by Donovan, we know that the Cult Python does nothing to this, to the snake. I sense that there's like some favoritism because it's, you know, a python and a python. Hole opens in the fireplace. Nice. And then we're going to come over here. We're going to take a look at this hole in the floor. It's too dark to see anything. Well, if it ain't my main man, Barry.
Have you found anything interesting?
Yes, but I can't see very well.
How about going down to check by yourself? I have a rope here.
Oh, do you? Well, then I'll try to go down using the rope.
Wait.
There, I deployed the rope.
Hey, what's going on?
Now I've done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Barry?
So this affects the ending. You can wait here for Barry to show up, or you can open this grave and leave. I don't remember if Barry dies if you leave or not, but like, I think he gives you the key code. Yeah, that's it. He gives you the key code if you wait for him. So you don't have to do the roundabout way of getting through that one door.
Hey! Are
Hey.
you there, Jill?
Yeah, I'm here.
Grab the rope.
Better watch out. I might knock you in the face. Where did you get this rope? Where did you get the first rope?
I'm sorry, Jill.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you're
know
pretty
that
sorry,
was
all
going to
right.
happen.
Sorry. I was really careless.
Are
Well,
you
it's been a
okay,
long
Barry?
night.
Maybe you're getting tired.
No, I'm all right. Don't worry. Jill, I found...
He's only 36. He's still young. Pass number. Pass number 8108310. Luckily, you don't ever have to type it in. It just automatically does it for you.
Thank you. I'll take this then.
I'll take this then. But Barry... Now we're going to go back down this hole. Because I think there is progress here. I actually don't think we have to go this way now that we got the passcode, but I'm going to go this way. There's a switch below. Will you push it? Yeah. This, I don't think there's a way to read the name on it, but I know that they made it like the grave super significant in the remake. It's like the guy who designed the mansion, Trevor. I went to say Trevor Moore, and now I can't remember his actual last name. Alright, come on, dude. Gotcha. This is probably the scariest track in the game. Got him. Even though I missed the first shot. But you know what? 2 shotgun shells to get 7, that's not bad. But yeah, so like this is probably the scariest track in the game. And on my unreleased original Let's Play that I did to practice for Turok, I did Turok the Dinosaur Hunter back, you know, a year ago. 2 for 1. Doesn't that guy come alive too? Mummy alive? And my unreleased Turok the Dinosaur Hunter playthrough, which I don't know, maybe if I'm doing this in like maybe if I do this for 3 years, I'll release that as a 3rd year anniversary or something. I was talking about the soundtrack and how the director's cut DualShock edition ruins it with that really crappy soundtrack, which is, you know, it was because of like copyright issues, because the original soundtrack was ghost written, and the guy, oh my god, I didn't think this guy woke up yet. The guy who pretended to write it was pretending to be blind. Not blind, deaf. He pretended to be deaf, but he had it ghost written anyway. So they replaced it for the DualShock edition, and it makes it out to be more like a comedy horror movie kind of vibe instead of like a competent horror movie. I think that, you know, this soundtrack makes it very competent. Let's see. Where is this? This isn't going to take me outside, right? No. Damn it. So it's still pretty competent in my opinion. It's still silly as hell, but like, you know, I like this soundtrack better. I think there's some shotgun shell. Is there shotgun shells or magnum rounds in here? Or just, I guess there's just bazooka rounds. And then we get the car battery here. It's a battery. Now I can move the elevator in the courtyard. See, like, luckily they tell you. I honestly... Am I able to just go to the 3rd area? I haven't gotten the MO discs. I think there's one around here somewhere. I'll leave that herb there. Got him. I think you have to... I think there's one in the mansion, one in the caves, and then one... No, there's 2 in the mansion. Yeah, because I have to get one here. Come on, dude. I have to get one here, and then I have to get one... I have to get one here, and then I have to get one where the tiger statue is. Raccoon Times, May 27th, 1998. Animal attack. Woman mutilated. May 20th, around 10 p.m. A 20-year-old young woman. Young. Around 10 p.m., a 20-year-old young woman's body, just cut the old out there, dude. Come on, man. Body was found by a passerby on the left bank of the Marble River in the Cider district of Raccoon City. Raccoon Police assumes it to be a grizzly or another animal's doing because of their teeth marks along her mutilated arms and left foot that showed considerable power. Since she was wearing a hiker boots on her remaining foot, it has been determined that she was attacked in the Arkalay Mountains and fell into the river. They are hurling to identify this woman. Are you sure it's not what's her name? Hinawa? Getting away from the, whatever those Tyrannosaurus Rexes were called in Mother 3? Raccoon Weekly, June 16th, 1998. Monsters in Arkalay Mountains? Some people claim they've seen monsters in the Arkalay Mountains. The monsters are supposedly about the same size as large dogs and usually run in a pack as wolves do. This may sound like a group of ordinary wild dogs, but these monsters are surprisingly fierce and hard to hurt. These are the dogs, by the way, that got away with Itchy Tasty guy, where he's like, oh no, the dog's got away. Yeah, these are those dogs. And I don't know if they ever get dealt with. These are also the dogs that chased us into the mansion. They say these dogs won't bother you unless you wake them. So you smart readers should stay out of the Arkalay Mountains for the time being. But if you're looking for adventure, check it out. You want to try... This guy needs to get his, writing license taken away. Raccoon Times, July 9th, 1998. Mystery of the Arkalay Mountains. Mountain Road blocked. Due to the successive disaster in the Arkalay Mountains, the city authorities have decided to block the road leading to the foothills. At the same time, Raccoon Police intend to begin the search for the lost party with the help of STARS team members. They expect great difficulties because of the vast size of the Arkalay Mountains and the primeval forest that covers most of the area. Also, people are still reporting sightings of grotesque monsters in the village. And by village, I mean mountains. Okay. I think this is just... That's obviously for lore. And I think... this room is where we get the MO disc. Because we touch this... we touch this little there's a switch, will you push it? Of course. And then we gotta move this statue of this centurion here no, it's not a centurion because his hair or his brush on the top of his helmet is different. Centurion's helmets, if I remember correctly, look more like one of those square brushes or square brooms. It's in place. I guess it wasn't in place enough. What do we have here? A desk hidden behind a bookcase with more books. And we got our first demo desk. To get the absolute best ending, we need all 3 MO discs. And if you don't get the MO discs, you're not saving one of your partners. Isn't there a room around here? It's behind here, yeah. There's a room. I think there's ink ribbons and maybe a clip in here. But this is actually explains something like, so we look out the window here, right? And it's like, I can look over the courtyard from here. It's a helipad port, helicopter port. If I could contact the other members from there, like, that's basically like, okay, we need to get to that place, and we need to get to that place. And then there's like a clip in here, right? Yeah, we don't need that. That's basically like our objective now. The objective is to get to that heliport so we can get out of here. Alright. You can grab the 1 MO disc. Gotta get the crank, and then we can get to the closer to the end of the area. Let's see. Right. I can also get the red gem going this way. And this is where I need to go. I can run past this guy, I think, because I don't really need to come back through here. Oh, God damn it. Okay, so if you don't use the... Apparently, if you don't use the key code, you can't just walk through the door. Silly me, you would think that you could... You would think you can just, like, walk through the door. Because, you know, even if it's got, like, a key code, you should just be able to do that. Not like you have to put the key code in on this side. And there's no way to put the key code in on this side. Alright. So much for the shortcut. That you know, it's what they say, like, it's called a shortcut because if it was easy, it would just be called the way. Alright, isn't there... what's this? What's this? The one time in any Resident Evil, other than... Actually, no, the second time in any Resident Evil, that a zombie opens... Oh my god. That a zombie just opens a door... this is actually the second time, now that I think about it, because, you know, the zombie does chase Jill if you just go back to Barry. I'm gonna put this on. Put this bastard on. Before I climb up these stairs, I think I'm going to cut this video here. I know it's funny, I said, there weren't going to be any cuts in this series, but, you know, I just want to make sure the video doesn't end up corrupting. I can add all this stuff together like the last time. So give me like a second. I'll be right back. And we're back in the room. Okay, let's continue on. This part of the game gets real dangerous because now all of the enemies have been replaced with the hunters. I've unlocked it. Bitch. Get back off me, bro. Alright, so let's see. This is probably the way I need to go. But yeah, all of the enemies have been replaced with the hunters. This guy jumps out. Pow! You thought you had me, I had you. Man, the bazooka makes short work of these guys. So there's a safe room down here. From downtown. Go ahead and put some stuff away. Let's see. I'll get the red gem. I'll put it in the tiger. Actually, I don't get an MO disc from the tiger. I should get I actually should be getting the Magnum from the Tiger, right? I know I get the... I think I get the... You know what? I don't know actually if I get the... We'll keep that out because we're going to be doing that soon. I need to get the wolf emblem, which I don't know if it's up here. Gotcha. See, this is like use the code, the numerical thing. You've entered the pass number. I'm just gonna go ahead and unlock this door out of spite. And it gets me some access, faster access to some herbs if I need it. I don't think I'm going to. I haven't really been in that much danger. It's useless. I wonder how they know that. Like, what happens, like, if you run into a door later? It's like, it's locked. It's locked. Okay, shotgun shells. Special full metal jacket ammo. Nothing useful. There's clearly something useful there. Okay. I think this letter, does it mention Umbrella? Orders. Top secret, July 22nd, 1998, 2:13. To the head of security department, X day is approaching. Complete the following orders within the week. 1. Lure the members of STARS into the lab and have them fight with the BOWs in order to obtain battle data of the actual battles. 2. Collect 2 embryos per BOW type, making sure to include all species except for Tyrant. Destroy the Oculi lab, including all researchers and lab animals in a manner which will seem accidental. White Umbrella. Orders have been filed. White Umbrella. Do they ever do anything with that? Or do they just like say Umbrella? I wonder if White Umbrella was the original name of Umbrella and then they just dropped the white part. There's a switch. Will you push it? Yeah. Now I can't see anything. Nothing unusual. Yeah. How can you even tell? There we go. It's the deer from Evil Dead. Will you take its eyeball? Of course I will. Or it starts laughing at me. Alright. So I know there's an MO disc in the lab. I thought there were 2 MO discs here. Am I just misremembering and you actually get it? I think you might actually get it in the caves. Grab the crank. Put this away. Actually, let's grab the Magnum rounds. Combined. Then we'll put it away. We'll exchange it for the crank. We're going to exchange this red gem for the Magnum. And then pray that another MO disc is in the cave on the way back, because I want to say you have to get 2 from the mansion. And I thought it was here, but then I remembered, no, this is where you get the Magnum, because in the remake, they changed the 4 crest puzzle into like a very complicated puzzle. You know what? I'm not going to try and say that word. I'm just going to remain with complicated. Very complicated puzzle that's really not that hard, with like a gravestone. Let me just look over the map. Those are for herbs. That's the place where you get new outfits. And that's the place for just some save ribbons. Yeah, you know, I think I'm done with the mansion. And we're going to go to the final area. So unless I just goofed it and like totally looked over it, like it should be on the way. And the best way to go would be this way. Probably have to deal with some more hunters, but my bazooka ought to take care of it. A dining room. And it feels like, you know, just a couple hours ago that we first heard that. A dining room. I love this game so much, guys. Like, I don't know if I can express enough with my heart and soul about how much I love this game. When I say it's my favorite, I literally mean it's my favorite. It used to be Code Veronica. I really still love Code Veronica. It's probably like second or third on the list, between this one being number one. Remake, I don't know if we can consider Remake shoehorned in as it's technically part one also. Pow! Oh shit! Oh fuck! I just realized I don't have no healing items. Better be careful. Okay. I want to go this way because I know there's going to be a hunter to my right. You got to come here to save Rebecca and Chris's playthrough. You unlocked it. I never walked through this door. I got the guy at the end of the hall, but this guy... Pow! Oh, no. No, you don't. No, hell you don't. But yeah, I used to really love Code Veronica. I still do. But like the more I play Resident Evil, the more I really love the first game. And I think it has a lot to do with what I was saying earlier about like, man, if you just go back, if you think back or act like I wasn't lucky enough. Oh shit, that was really close. I wasn't really lucky enough. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to heal and I'm going to save the game and grab some healing items. I wasn't lucky enough to play Resident Evil when it came out. I honestly would not have known what to do, and I would have been too scared. I would have been like, what was it, 98? So I would have been like 8 years old. So I would have been too much of a fraidy baby to play the game. Personally. But I think I can just grab a green herb. We'll grab this first aid spray. I'm going to use that, so it's going to go away. I'm going to be stuck with a crank for a little bit, but there's a box where I'm going, and I can grab a couple of red herbs. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. And I think I took care of the hunter in this room over here, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, like I think it just has more to do like what I was saying about like, you know, it feels like it's just so self-contained that, you know, I really love the fact that Resident Evil, oh my god, that Resident Evil took off and like you know, was able to become what it did. But I also feel like if you wanted to, you could pretend like Resident Evil was only the first game. Grab this red herb. I can mix it with a green herb over here. I might, for the hell of it, just pop a green herb because of him swiping my ankle. Yes, I'll combine the two. Grab one, snort it real quick, and grab that other red one and hope these dogs leave me alone. But yeah, it really feels... I might just take them out, to be honest. I mean, they probably haven't been outside for a while. They could probably use a bathroom break. Hey, bud. Pow! I didn't think I got that other one. That last one was more like a double tap, just to make sure. Okay, but anyway, yeah, like it really to me does feel like if you wanted to, you can just pretend like this is the only one that existed. But even still, putting yourself, like I said, in the mindset, of when the game came out, there was no Resident Evil, and then there was Resident Evil. It's like a murder mystery game on top of it being a horror survivor game. And, you know, it's just really neat that it plays out the way it plays out. And I really love, you know, games that come after it. But like I said, like Resident Evil 1 is just like, it means a lot to me at least, you know? Oh, shit. Get it, get it, get it. Oh. I don't really have to take that dog out. I do have to come back through here because I gotta go crank it over there so that I can stop the waterfall. But yeah, but like I was saying, like, you know, it's just it's so cool. Like it just, oh, there's the map for this area. Might as well grab it even though I've been everywhere on it. Alright, got the map of the garden. There's some more blue herbs, but I don't think I'll need them. But like I was saying, yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, you know, it also, even though I didn't play it when it came out, it just reminds me of like my childhood and playing games like this. Like few games that we had on the computer, and like, you know, I had the N64, but like the way it looks and the way it vibes and everything, like it's just really cool. And I don't think this game would have been nearly as good if like it was made today, because I think the limitations is what makes it so great. You know what I mean? Like character design and like, you know, control and like all of that stuff. I think all of that really plays into, you know, making it as good as it is. And I really love it. Like it's a pretty big deal, you know? Like, As much as I love Silent Hill, and you know I'm gonna play it at some point, maybe in October. We'll see. As much as I love Silent Hill, like Resident Evil really is like, it's not the one that started survivor horror. I thought there was a box over here. Maybe it's in the next room. It's not the one that started survival horror. But man, is it like a strong, you know, entry into that genre. Plus, like, Barry.
Oh, Jill, what good timing. A moment ago, I heard someone's voice coming from this hole. Let's go together since it's dark and we can't see very well.
So, depending on how you answer this, depends on what happens. If you say no, he'll be like, all right, I'll go, and he gets killed. But if you say yes,
Okay, let's go.
he's like,
Then I'm gonna cover you. Let's hurry.
he's basically like,
Hey, are you all right?
let's work together, but you go first. No.
Okay, let's go, Barry.
So we go to
I'm
work
depending
together,
on you.
and you go first. If you don't make those choices of yes, let's go together, and no, I'll go first, like, Barry's dead. Barry's a dead dude. He's a dead duck. Deep fried. I think maybe... See, there's a healing item. Ooh, that looks nice. Barry's covering it, but I'm pretty sure that's bazooka rounds. Yes. I want those. Because Bazooka's been putting in the work against those hunters. And I know there's hunters down here. I'm going to leave that there. It's a power generator, but doesn't seem to wake. I think you can run into hunters with Barry. And Barry just shoots them, you know? But, like... shoot him, Barry! Good going, my friend.
Is that Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
Enrico.
Yeah?
You're alive.
Wait there. Are you with anybody, Jill?
Just Barry.
What? Oh, yes.
Enrico!
So, Barry and Jill together.
Are you all right, Enrico?
The stars are doomed. Someone is a traitor.
Is it Wario?
Everything was
He was
plucked from the stars
looking...
by Umbrella. Ha!
Does Enrico have that mustache in Zero? I don't remember. Anyway, Wario was looking for Bravo Team also. Barry? Barry is investigating. What is he investigating? He couldn't have moved because of his injury. He's holding something. Trash. Don't worry, I'll get the bastard who did it. He left a crank behind. Must be Jason Statham. I should be running into a box soon, right? Bye. I know I could go to the barracks and put stuff away, but I really don't want to. Oh, you lived? Oh my god, he lived. And he's got hops. Okay, so I have been this way. I think this is the way forward. This is where you get the flamethrower as Chris on that plaque. I guess you can't get it at all as Jill. I guess that's where Barry had it. But that's interesting. How did Barry get down here, you know, before? Because the waterfall was raging on. Barry, There's a hexagonal hole. By the way, if you look at these, there's like, this one's square and this is hexagonal. You have to check it to know that. There's no reason to, so I didn't. I just know it is. Just gotta wait. Anyone who's ever worked like a hand crank like that knows that it really sucks. You, by the time you get done with it, you're like, oh my god, my forearms are burning. You use like a jack or something that uses it. Okay, we're gonna unequip that. We're gonna back it up and run like hell. Okay, we didn't go far back enough, I guess. I'm gonna back it up and run like hell. Just keep running. You can literally get killed real easily if you don't get over here in time. It's a good thing I recently watched Raiders of the Lost Ark. But I would like those fire rounds, but I need a box. I know there's a box at the end of the place. Luckily, he's as bad at depth perception as I am. Come back for those fire rounds. I don't think I can get through here, though, without an item. Let's just go to the box, because I know I know there's going to be an item in there that I use to get out of that room. But without, you know, an empty item slot, I can't really, unless there's one in here. No, I don't think so. I was going to say, unless I just can't see an item box. So I was looking at the recording. But I think I made this mistake the last time I played this game too, of like, oh, there's going to be a box down there. And, you know, spoiler alert, in Remake there is a box down there in that first room, but it's not a big deal. Get rid of the square crank because we don't need that anymore. Get rid of some of these healing items. We could use them, but like at this moment, I don't think so. Square crank. Put that away. Put that away. Put this away. I'm going to pull out a blue herb. And I'm going to save the game since I'm here. You can save your progress with this. Will you use the ink ribbon? Yes. Dear Diary, today some whacked up shit happened, yo. Alright. Approaching the end of the game. Once we get to the last area, it's kind of like... It's not really a straight shot, but like, we'll get these flame rounds because there were some flame rounds. There's more explosive rounds. I'll hold off on those though. And I can get the item that I need to like escape that one room in the room. But yeah, once we get through the caves, we're in the final area. Should be able to get the wolf medallion in here, unless I've, you know, sillily enough probably overlooked it, but I'm pretty sure it's in this area. And I think the MO disc is in here too. If not, I gotta go back to that mansion, but we're gonna make as much progress as we can until that point. Go down the ladder. It's a good thing that ladder is not like slick and covered in slime and water and stuff from where the waterfall was going. It looked pretty rusty, so there is that. Okay, I'm gonna grab those fire rounds. Fire rounds. Got 12 of those. There's nothing this way, is it? No. Okay. Just had to check, you know. Go through the doors. For boss time. Giant ass spider. I think the only spider in the game that you're forced to actually fight. It doesn't like fire. So over here we got this. I'm gonna wait to pop that poison heal. An ink ribbon. Can't carry any more items. The reason I'm gonna wait is because it spawns those. Just gonna do that. I'm actually gonna combine these. Yes, mix the herbs. Every step you take, every move you make, every breath you take, does damage from poison. That's why I just move those together, because I'm just gonna heal. Okay, I think there is this where the snakes are? And the another boulder, or is this where the box is? Because there is a box down here somewhere. Yep. Save. Oh, look at that. More healing ribbons. And I don't think I'll need that blue herb. It's really nice of them to put it here after the boss that guarantees to poison you. That's like... But if you're savvy enough... I don't even know why I used the fire rounds. I don't even know why I picked up that knife, but... if you use the fire rounds, I think I still need the crank, but if you use the fire rounds or the flamethrower, you can just burn the webs off. If you don't, you can use the knife, but if you are savvy enough to just run around the arena and just go at the door, you don't actually have to fight that boss at all, even with Chris's playthrough. So... as I said earlier, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of enemies in this game. Do I go ahead and grab... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the shotgun away and the shotgun shells away for now. Go ahead and pull that out. And hope I don't run into a bunch of hunters, which I probably will, and it'll be hilarious, but like I'm sure one's going to spawn in this hallway. Oh, no, they're just snakes. Watch out for the snakes. Like I was saying, I think we have to deal with one more rock. Okay, that goes up to that one area. And we have to do, first of all, we're gonna unequip that, and we have to do this. I don't remember. Actually, I think we have to go all the way around with it. Not all the way around, but to the opposite wall. At some point, that rock decides to just start rolling, and I think it's when you get it to the opposite wall, and you have to, like, run to that hole, or it'll kill you. But I think the ammo disc is behind that rock. And I think this here is where we get the wolf statue, the wolf medallion. So what we got to do is we got to push this over here. There's a spot in the wall. I think it's about there. Actually, is it about here? I think you can kind of see it, but like, I don't know. So you gotta use the crank. You can't use that here. Bullshit. Watch it be a square crank. What are you talking about, Jill? There we go. There we go. Perfect. And then you move it from there. You can make the wall go back, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe that rock, maybe I'm thinking of like remake where it's like you have to run instantly. I think in this one you have to go up and provoke it. This is where we get the second book, and of course you can easily run back into this hole instead of the other. I'm pretty sure the ammo disc is behind that rock. And then the last one is definitely in the lab. So, try not to get killed by this rock. Alright, Jill. Cool. It's a map of the underground. You know, as usual so far, most of these maps I've gotten them literally after I no longer need it. There's that ammo disc. Okay, we're on track. Is there going to be another hunter? No. We got to go this way. Okay, all right. Now it's just a straight shot, basically a straight shot to the end. It isn't really a straight shot to the end. Because we still got some stuff to do, but like this is the last area. I might grab those herbs. I don't really care about the picture of a wolf. We get it. Might grab the green herbs. Don't really care about the blue herbs. Let me go ahead and grab them. Don't really care about the blue herbs because I don't think there's anything else in the game that poisons. And if it does, I've got some in the box. Alright. This should activate the fountain. Cool. I would be a bit concerned about riding this elevator that's underwater because clearly it's super rusty. Like, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I might break. All right, what does this say? The door is tightly locked. There is a plate on the right side. Emergency exit will not open unless it's first class emergency. There's a ladder. Will you descend it? Oh, there's a ladder. Will you descend it? Yeah, of course. Don't need the crank anymore. I'm gonna save it again, even though I just saved it, because I'm... Go ahead and grab the Mo discs. And I'm gonna grab out Colt Python and the rounds. Should grab some more rounds around here. Like, there are a couple of them scattered around here. Is there not a typewriter here? Alright. So we're not going to save it yet. I know there is a final save. But the reason I, got the Mo discs is we're going to be using that here in a second. The Magnum pretty much kills all regular enemies in about one hit, so that's like 18 hits, 18 enemies. Pow! These are not the enemies that respawn. Here's the last Mo disc. Is this the place you use it? No, I think that's just a phone. Door's locked. And the remake, and they kind of did their best to hide it in other ports that came out later. In the remake, you use the MO discs on literal GameCubes because these are the ones that respawn if you don't blow their head off with a Magnum and stuff. Because originally the remake was exclusive to the Nintendo GameCube. I already know the password I need. I don't know if I'm going to show how to get the password. That's bright. So you have to do this. Oh, well, let me read the paper. I don't know if it actually... Jill, it's a chair. Come on now. Researcher's letter. June 8th, 1999. Dear Ada. Ada, by the time you read this, I'll be something different. Today's test turned out to be positive, just as I expected. I feel like I'm going crazy when I think about becoming one of them. Ada, you're not infected, and I hope you never will be. In case you're the last one left, take the material in the visual data room and go to the power room to operate the triggering system before you escape. And make all this public through the media. If everything is in order, all the locks can be opened by the security system. You can access the system if you log in with my name from the terminal in the small lab and enter the password. The password is your name to unlock the door at B2 where the visual data room is located. You'll need to access with our names first and then enter another password. I've written the code below. I'm sure you'll understand it easily. And this is my last hope. Moving the mic, sorry about that. And this is my last hope. If you find me completely changed, please kill me yourself. The password is Norse, like runes Love John or whatever. So they kind of make it seem like Ada in this game, like, so you come here and it's like the tree, the apple, the man, the woman. But if you look at it without the blue, it's like the Norse runes. Here. And the code is just mole. It's cell in the remake. It's a little more complicated to figure out in the remake, but it's mole here. But they kind of make it sound like Ada was here. Electronically locked. They kind of make it sound like Ada was in this building, but like in Resident Evil 2, like as far as I can tell, she never came to the mansion at all. Alright, this one's locked too, right? Yeah. And there's a guy here. Reload. Shoot off screen to reload. Got him. Now they might respawn once the, I don't think they will respawn once the security is re-hit or whatever, you know, like you turn on the blowy up machine. But is there a MO? Nothing special. No, I guess there's not. I was gonna say, is this where I use one of the mode disc? Turn it on? Yes. I wonder if this is a Umbrella computer. We gotta log in as John. John. Password is Ada. And then the other password is wait. All right. I was just kind of listening to the background music. This background music kind of reminds me of like the caves in Ocarina of Time. We want to get B3 also. I think B3 is literally to get to the MO discs. That's the ticket. And I think there's one of the MO machines in the room that we get. Okay, dude, you weren't supposed to respawn. Maybe it's the remake where they don't respawn if you kill them with that. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I get more ammo. I'll get more ammo for this gun. Oh, damn it. What is it, shotgun shells? No, a fax machine. To General Manager of Sanitation Division from Special Committee of Disaster Raccoon Specials Research Department. This memorandum is strictly confidential and must be destroyed as soon as it is understood. Step 1, failed, unless they just didn't understand it. Regarding the T-virus outbreak, which occurred recently, this committee conducted a field survey. According to the survey results, estimates on the amount of damage caused by the accident are considerably greater than reported earlier. First, although it is very difficult to obtain accurate data in terms of the accurate numbers, It is thought that more than half of the researchers are dead after exposure to the T virus. The body count will most likely increase since nearly all of the survivors show symptoms particular to the T virus. Second, our security system is still in operation. However, our special security guard squad has been nearly destroyed. Because of that, research information considered by our company to be top secret has been made available to outsiders. Countermeasures should be taken as soon as possible. Finally, many of the subjects from the experiment have escaped and are out of control. We believe that some researchers were killed by these subjects and their bodies were mutilated. By curious coincidence, these events are proof of the success of our research. However, there's also a very high risk that the news may be leaked to the press if we don't act immediately. The condition is very serious. Our operation to cover up the situation is difficult to attain. However, we hope the problem will be solved quickly. We are especially concerned that the state police and STARS are intervening too quickly. We need to act on this situation as well. Here's the MO, the passcode output machine. If I had a Mo disk, I could get the code. Passcode 1, Genesis, chapter 22, verse 16. I swear by myself, declares the Lord, that because you have done this and have not withheld your son, your only son. This is the story of the binding of Isaac, you know, before he had to go into the basement and fight his mom. Okay, where was that at? I didn't see that. Okay, and this is where we enter the passcodes. Passcode panel. You've entered the passcode. I wonder if she has to type in the entire of that Bible verse, or if it's just the Bible verse number. Okay, so that zombie is gone. I'm just gonna run past. I said I was gonna run past you, naked zombie bastard. It's locked from the inside. Power room key. Okay, so I do have to go up there first. Have I been in that room? That's where we unlocked everything, right? Yeah. There's a green herb over here. I wonder if I should just grab it and pop it real quick. If Jill can run the right way. If only she could run the right way. Visual data room. I don't think I've ever examined that plaque. Security system. Basement level 1, helicopter port. Executives and government officials only on helicopter port. This restriction may not apply in the case of an accident. Passage to the helicopter. Wait a second. Government officials, executives. I see. I guess, you know, they did drop the hints of, like, politicians being in on it. No one is allowed to enter unless they are attained by a researcher, consultant, or security director. All others will be shot on sight. Elevator. The elevator stops during emergencies. Visual data room is within the control of the Special Research Division. Kevin Arving, the room manager, is designated to having jurisdiction over room usage. Very, you know, Almost a missed opportunity to make Irving from Resident Evil 5 related to Keith Irving. Prison. Sanitation Division controls the uses of the prison. Consultant researchers E. Smith, S. Ross, A. Wesker must be present if virus is used. Triple lock door. No one is allowed to enter unless they present all passcode documents. Passcode documents must be created by a specialized output machine by the chief researcher of each block. So I guess they just have to put the paper in then. Only headquarters supervisors may enter the power room. This restriction may not apply if the consultant researcher has received special instructions. Passcode output machine. No one is allowed to use the passcode output machine but the chief researchers. Oops. Top secret. Regarding the progress of Tyrant after the use of T-Virus, remaining document is unreadable. Alright, just like before, I'm gonna, do a quick cut and start another video in a second. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. There's a panel. Will you open it? Yeah. There's a switch. Will you press it? Yeah. Alright, this is the power room key. And then I thought there was an MO disc reader in here. Unfamiliar physics symbols are written here. A projector. Umbrella Incorporated Bioweapon Materials. MA-39 Cerberus. FI-3 Neptune. I didn't go check and see if that snake was back in that room. Oh well. MA-121 Hunter. T-002 Tyrant. Blank. Bioweapon Research Institution R&D staff. Oh my god. They're a bunch of white guys. Right, I think I can flip a switch. Or did I need to find something to use with that? I thought I could flip a switch and it would show what it didn't show on that one, you know what I mean? Intercom, it does not seem to be operative. It's whatever. I don't think I need it for anything. I think in the remake there's something with that. Clack, click, click, click. Okay, let's see. I can either go straight, then left, or take a right. Or Jill's left. Get out of here. Use the lab key. Yeah, I get rid of it. Regular zombies? These guys got clothes on. Shotgun shells, a red herb. I know there's a safe room around here. I think I'm going to go reorganize some of my items and then come this way. I think there's should be more, unless I'm just thinking of the remake, there should be more Magnum rounds in this room. Might as well just take these guys out. Should be more Magnum rounds in here. If not, whoops. We got fire rounds. I'm gonna swap to the bazooka, I think. I'm gonna keep the Mo discs out because I know they're gonna be useful very soon. Let's put this away. We'll grab my other ribbons. Put this away for this. And did I have more fire rounds? There's a green herb. Might as well make a... Yeah, I might as well just pop it for a regular heal. It's weird how this is the only part of the game that has like respawnable enemies. I think I'll probably end up saving it one more time before the game's over with. But did I have more fire rounds? Yes or no? Got explosive rounds and flame rounds. And I know I've got acid rounds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those two. Go ahead and reload with the fire rounds. It's kind of a shame that you can't just like, you know, reload it with another ammo type. You can do that in other games. I don't know why you can't do that in this one. Maybe they just didn't think about it. But you got to be careful in this room because if you can, as you can probably see, if you push that set of stairs over there and press that button before covering up the vents, like it starts putting gas out in the room. And if you step on the button too, I think it does it. So extra careful, you know. And you've got to line these up just right, because if they're not lined up just right, the game will be like, haha, you didn't do it right. And it's like, I did. I think you got to push that out that way. Because I don't, well, actually, I don't think you can. Push it away from the table. You can push this away from the table. You have to just push it all the way to the right. Okay, let me make sure that's up against the wall. Okay. Now we just gotta move the stairs in between those. We'll just push it over here so we can push it away from the table. If I remember correctly, you can't climb the stairs if there's gas in the room. So that's why you have to like be very careful. Because I don't think she'll climb the stairs and go through the air shaft. I told you there were more Magnum rounds in here. There's a passcode output. If I had an MO disc, I could, you know, use it or whatever. Alright. Passcode number 2. I will surely bless you and make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and as the sand of the seashore. Your descendants will take possession of the cities of their enemies. The 22nd of Genesis, 17th verse. This place seems to be a morgue. You unlocked it. So there's one more place we got to use the Mo disc. And that's on the way to activate the power. Because if we come over here, it says there's a switch. Will you push it? There's no reaction. It has no power. So we got to get the power back on. And we got to deal with these guys. Seth Brundle wannabes. No, Jill. You're supposed to aim at the one that's like literally right in front of you. Come on now. Gotta watch out for those like larvae because they can hurt you. Power panels. Some areas do not have power. Will you activate the blackout areas? Yes. I think that's literally just to get over here. I thought the mode disc reader was right here. Must be in the next room. Because I know there's one in this area. Ouch. Man, the bazooka does not do good against these guys, does it? I think I ran past it. Power connection switch to the elevator power is off. That's it, you bet. Power for the elevator is activated as the power supply and the circuit have been connected. This is how you... It's a triggering system activator. It's quite big. It's how you do the self-destruct. We don't need that right now. Not now, guys. I got a passcode to get. It's Bible study time. And through your offspring, all nations on earth will be blessed because you have obeyed me. Just run. We don't have to deal with these guys. We can get out of here, like... We'll have to deal with them on the way out, but, like... we don't have to come back in this area, is my point. Okay. I think I'm going to just waste these 2 acid rounds so I can put the explosive rounds back in. I don't think the other rounds are very good against Tyrant. I don't know. I've never tested it. I'm just going by my gut. Get the shotgun out. Put that away. What else do I got? First aid spray. Just pop a green herb and... Don't need to use that at the moment. Okay, I thought I was in bad shape, but I guess I didn't need to. I will save it, and then I'll grab more health. I don't know if I'll need it. but like better have it, not need it than need it, not have it. All right. Put that away. I think we can save one more time before the end of the game, but like I'm good to just keep going until it's done with. Probably like another 15-20 minutes. Because I'm literally on rails to fight the final boss now. Before I do that, actually, I'm gonna go put these codes in, see what we get out of that. Unequipped, so we can just run past naked zombies. Unless they replaced them with the Chimera Seth Brundle wannabes. You know, it's kind of crazy to think that, I know it's a video game, and maybe there are real life people who would do this, but it's kind of crazy that there are people that would literally, like, make monsters like this that could get out of control real easily, you know what I mean? You've entered the passcode. You've entered the passcode. So it's kind of crazy to, like, think, like, you know, these people intentionally made these monsters. You know what I mean? What's through this door?
Jill? Is that you, Jill?
Chris?
You're alive!
You lazy bum, where the hell you been?
Damn it, we're in quite a predicament, Jill.
I know, Chris. Anyway, I have to open this room.
Jill, if I were you, I'd be so mad at Chris. All he was doing was sitting back here chilling in this room. He didn't have to fight any monsters or nothing. Does this plaque say anything? The door is tightly locked. I guess not. I thought that plaque might have said something. Yeah, like he was just chilling back here, probably throwing some back, you know, couple beers or something while we were out here doing all the work. Lazy bastard. Watch out for this zombie again before he gets my ass again. Oh my god. There's no reaction. The power's not on. Oh yeah, we gotta push the button. Boop. Cool.
Jill!
Barry? Oh, what are you doing here, Barry?
Jill! You're here too.
Yes, you're
Barry,
here too?
you're also here too.
I lost my way.
Let's get going.
Guess what? I'm here too. And then there's that really awkward elevator ride.
Wesker?
Wesker.
You did a fine job, Barry.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything.
Oh, you flatter me, Jill.
Very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway,
I mean, I know. I played the game up to this point. I've been reading the documents.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mentioned mean
I mean, to be
I'm going to
fair,
burn all of them
she's got
together
2 guns
within
trained on her,
their
but
laboratory.
couldn't she just like fire that grenade launcher at like
Ordered by Umbrella. Barry,
Wesker? I know the explosion would probably do her some damage too, but like if you're gonna go out, you might as well go out with guns a-blazing, right?
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella?
Umbrella?
I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes. Though both you and Barry seem
Gotta
to
love
think I'm
90s
following
video
orders from
games
Umbrella.
where like
So
the
you're planning
characters
something else?
If you
have
succeed in
excessive
developing the
body
world's most
language
powerful
because
biological
like, you know,
weapon,
their faces couldn't really convey what they were saying or
what if
doing.
you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So, you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
Oh,
Barry,
technically, isn't Wesker
how is your family?
a brunette and not blonde?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know. So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get
Yeah,
out of
it's
this
almost
house
like
first.
that, you know.
Jill,
Yes, what?
What?
do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
No.
Well,
But if we hit the self-destruct and book it, we should be fine.
Biological weapon called Tyrant or something. I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right.
What's optimistic about
Let's go
that?
then.
Anyway, yeah, the old chestnut of the villain running their mouth and ruining their own plans. Oh my god. What is it? Man, Jill had some skinny arms. Did you see that?
Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live.
So I wonder if like this tyrant was fully developed, like
That must
if it
the
would be like
computer
as
for
powerful as
monitoring
like
this creature.
Nemesis or Birkin or something. Which I would say something about it being unrealistic that normal humans could fight these things with guns and not get, you know, just completely obliterated. But this is a game that has zombies and other monsters in it. So like, who's trying to talk about realism here? Barry, you fool.
Damn you!
It can't control what it does.
Wow, that was hella easy. Might as well just reload my gun for no apparent reason, because Tyrant's dead. That's it. Ding dong. The Tyrant's dead. Which old Tyrant? That one. Barry.
Barry?
Barry, are you okay?
Barry? You're alive!
I'm really embarrassed.
Yeah, you better be. Uh-huh. We didn't even have to do any of that. We could have just said self-destruct and leave. Oh well. Well, we took care of it. Might as well go. Nothing more to see. Just gotta get out of here. Wait, where's
What
Wesker?
happened to Wesker?
Why didn't we hog tie him while we had the chance?
Wesker must have set it off. There's not much time left for us.
Gotta go, man. Gotta go, man. This very Super Metroid sounding music is playing in the background. See, I think if you want to, you can save the game again. But I might as well just go. Final boss is dead. We can go save Chris now. We gotta watch out for those guys. Back off me, creep. Creep. Chris! Chris! Can you hear me, Chris? Chris! I can't remember. Is there anything in this room?
Oh, Jill!
Sorry for keeping you waiting.
So everything is done?
Well, almost.
Well, just
yes.
about.
Now let's go.
Let's see. Nothing important around her. So there's literally nothing in here. Okay. Good thing the counter hasn't started yet. Get out of my way, Chris. We ain't got time for this shit. He's probably just been in that jail cell smoking all his cigarettes. I don't know, nothing else to do. Might as well take a smoke. Take a nap, take a smoke. Of course, when I used to smoke, like one of the worst feelings I ever had would be like if I smoked and then I laid down. If I laid down for a nap or laid down for bed or anything, like laying down after I smoked made me ultra nauseous. Smoking makes you kind of nauseous anyway. Smoking kind of makes you nauseous anyway. Or it always made me nauseous even when I was a chain smoker, like it would make me nauseous. What's up, Chris? I think I'm gonna put fire rounds in the bazooka and use it as a, as a backup in case more monsters show up. But yeah, it always made me sick, feel sick. Even when I smoked, like I said, kind of like a chain smoker. I never quite got over the nauseous feeling. But if I ever laid down, like it made it way worse. Barry, you're here too? Why, hello there, Chris. I've been looking for you. You're my old partner, you know. Yeah, I think I know that, Barry. They both seem pretty perplexed about that, that radio transmission. We gotta pick up this battery. I don't know who the jackass was who literally took the battery out of the thing 5 feet away.
There is 3 minutes until explosion.
Oh no, you must be kidding.
Look at all those monsters!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris,
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
Honestly, I don't know why they didn't all just get in the elevator. Did they really need to hold off monsters? It seemed like if they had more than enough time for him to be like, let me be the good guy here, be a nice guy here, like they could have all gotten on the elevator, no problem. Like, what was the problem? Why didn't they all get on the elevator? And of course, it's not lost on me that like almost 40 seconds of your time is used up just them chatting about like who's gonna do what, you know? That signal flare ought to work. Brad, you bastard. You better get back here. You're buying us all around when we get back because you just ran off. So I didn't check it, but when you go into the fountain, there's a big set of double doors that says that they've been welded shut. I wonder if... Actually, I think these are the doors on the other side. They've also been welded shut. Oh my god. Oh, he can run now. I think... I'm just going to do this. I think you have to do a certain amount of damage to it before you can... Oh, come on, dude. Fuck off, dude. There we go. Apparently I just had to heal myself. I'm an Amazon. Just call me Effany. If I remember correctly, it doesn't matter what direction you fire in. But I'm gonna, you know... Got him. And he's like looking at the helicopter like, you bastard. It's all your fault. And that's it. Game over, pal. It's the end of the line for that guy. And we watch the CG helicopter coming in 3, 2, 2.5, 1. Here we go. But yeah, those double doors, I think, are the other side of the ones in the courtyard, and they're like welded shut. I don't know why they're welded shut, other than it makes us go through the lab. Because if you think about it, like the heliport, it's not like anybody can just leave. There's no helicopter there. So Chris wipes his brow. Jill's taking a nap. Barry's playing with his gun like usual. And Chris is like, ha, what a weirdo. Oh, I'm glad that's over. You know, all I did was just chill out in a room. Man, I'm tired from, like, you know, chilling out in the room. Mansion's blown up. Then we get the sappy music with the fake names. Oh my god, Kaprow. Look how epic they made that. I wonder, does that scene show up if you don't No, because this is the scene. If you go to that balcony that they just found Forrest, if you go to the balcony before you find the shotgun, like you could literally go get the bazooka like the minute you're let loose. And Barry finds you on the balcony and he's like, "Oh my god, it's Forrest." And it's like, yeah, he didn't run fast enough. And then he's like there looking at Forrest's body. The crows don't spawn, but like you have to get the broken shotgun to get the shotgun after that point. And that part of the what you need to do by letting Barry rescue you from that, it's not, you know, it doesn't go towards the ending because you skipped it. Hapa, karate chop. Ouch. Oh, Barry, that sucked. Opening theme, terror. Alright. And Tyrant's like, "You thought you dealt with me? Too bad." You see that? You just skipped giving her the rocket launcher. Resident Evil. And she's all like, "Man, Chris didn't do one thing at all. He got to chill out in a room and smoke a pack of cigarettes." So I got 3 hours, 38 minutes, 9 seconds with 9 saves. I got the special key. Find the closet. And that's it. And like I said, unless, you know, people want me to come back and do playthrough of Chris Redfield, that's probably it for the first Resident Evil. I love this game. I love this game to death. I love this game to Living Dead. This is the end of the first part. Like I said at the beginning of this, this is the first part of my 1 year anniversary celebration. So tomorrow, the 26th of July, I'm going to upload the second part. I'm not going to say what it is, but you know, I hope you look forward to that. I appreciate you watching. You watched the entirety of this like 3-hour playthrough. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.